So welcome back. I'm back again for another trading recap. So today, as you know, the New York Stock Exchange will not open. Today it's holiday, so there's no New York session. So we might trade the London session if we can find a good setup and if a setup that follows the strategy. So let's see. I do not like a lot to take trades at one session, but I also know how to take trades here, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing at the moment. If I do not liked, I would just not be here and I would not put a trade. But I like a lot what the price is doing. We have swept the Asian high with a huge deviation, a bearish deviation. So and the price now is going a lot lower and it's breaking structure. At the moment we have I want here a 15 minutes inverse fair value gap and I want candle close above this bearish candle to confirm a change of character. So I really want this change of character to confirm that we're going lower. So let's see. Now the website is alright. I really like this sweep, also inside of important key level on our fair value gap and also for our fair value gap. And on the hourly candle time frame, we closed below the week, so high chance of a bearish reversal now. So let's see if we can find a trade. As you know, now I will turn off the mic and I'll be back in the end of the video to talk a little bit about the trade and why I did not took a trade or why I took a trade. So let's see. I really think that we will see a huge reversal here. I will just wait for a 15-minute candle below this week to make sure that we are really bearish to enter a short here. So let's wait, let's be patient. As I think patience is the best thing you can have when you are a trader. The price sometimes is slow, the price sometimes is fast, but you should always be patient and wait for your setup. And that's what I will do today and what I do every day. So let's wait for the 15 minutes candle close below and then you'll try to find an entry. So now I will just turn off the mic and I'll be back in the end of the video. So if you have not liked the video and subscribed, you can do it now. If you are liking this kind of trading recaps, and put in the comments the things that you would like to see on the weekends, what I can post more. I am already posting weekly analysis, but if you want another thing or more things, you can comment and say what you want. So see you in the end of the video. Like and subscribe, and see you soon. Again, as I said I would, and as you can see, the price after I stop recording has reverted and has hit my TP1. So here I closed half of my position and I moved the stop loss to break even. So I closed here half of the position and then the price has hit here the stop loss and I closed the position. So, and then as you can see, the price has hit again the break-even point, and then it started dump again. So my full TP would be here, but I don't think that it would got hit. So basically, I followed my strategy and closed right here the position and right there also. So now let's talk about why I did put this trade and why I took a London trade instead of New York. I know that today it's a banking holiday and a normal holiday, so the markets are closed. So let's talk about the trade. Well, I took the trade at the London session, so I said to me that if the price action was good and if I liked the setup, I would still execute on the London session. And I looked at this chart. I saw that we were here respecting this bearish fair value gap, and we, as you can see here, we swept here and then we closed the candle here. This was the 7 a.m. candle, and and when this candle closed was exactly when the one session opened, and right here I said to me that we would reverse because we are respecting a bearish PD array, an important one, a key important key level, also for our fair value gap, and we close the candle below the wick, so it's a good rejection. And then I started to find entry. So here the price has done a change of character. Here we change, and when I saw this, I was sure that the price would continue going lower. So the chart here on TradingView is a little bit different than the TradeWalker one, so I don't think I will find where I took an entry, because I think here it had a fair value gap, but here on the TradingView one does not have a fair value gap. But here I saw that we were respecting bearish order flow. We disrespected every bullish PD array here, and we dumped a lot. But then I think it was here that the fair value gap was, and I put my entry here because also these candles are not like these on the TradeWalker web, but we had here a inverse fair value gap, and here I think yes, it the 0.5 equilibrium level and then start dumping again. And when I saw that we were respecting these other bearish PT array and we disrespected this bullish fair value gap and also this, and we made a bearish fair value gap in this leg down, so I just put my entry right in the beginning of the fair value gap, and I got filled after. The price in the beginning was going higher, swept this London high, and then starts falling. So the plan was good. I followed the strategy. At the time I said that it could not be the best, it was not the best idea because of this bullish fair value gap. We respected a lot and we left this huge wick. So the price could have continued his leg up and liquidated us, but that was not happened. So my view on the market was very good. This sweep was perfect, and then the price did what I was expecting. The unfortunate thing is that we do not have made a lot of profits today. We just made, I think, 0.3% of the account. Here I just made $14 at the 5K account, so I don't know what is the percentage of this, but since I take trades on this account, we have a 100% win rate. It could have been better if the price did not had hit my stop loss here at break even. We could have made a lot more. Here I think it was $40, so it would be almost 1% of the account, so it would be way better. But it is what it is. I follow the strategy, so it's always a win. And we go with 2% for the next week. Right now I need $210 to pass the first challenge. So let's see then what I can do in the next week. I will follow always my strategy, and I suggest you to do the same. Here, if you do not control your emotions, you could maybe close the position here in fear, but I stayed calm, and I really trusted my plan, and the plan was worth it and did what I was expecting. So never let your emotions take the best out of you. If the price hits the stop loss, it hits the stop loss, it's not bad. If you followed your strategy and the price hits the stop loss, it's obviously a win, because you followed your strategy, you did what you were supposed to do. So if it hits the stop loss, it's not a lose, it's lessons, and you should improve after this mistake and lesson. So I think that I have already said all the things that I had to. This week was the price action was not the best, but and we just put two trades, but we had 100% of win rate, so I think it was a decent week. Next week, let's see if the price action is better and if we can make more profits and maybe pass the first phase of this challenge that is 4%. So let's see. And if you like this video and learn something with me, you can like and subscribe. It would help me a lot. So see you back Sunday, because I will do another weekly recap to talk a little bit about why where I think the price will go in the next week. So see you Sunday. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed.